You put a lot of hours. It's all about hours. If you want to be something good, you have to put a lot of hours on that. Become some good. It's like in the boxing. They say in the boxing also, if you have be good fighter, you have to put at least 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. It's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
I counted. Put way more than 10,000.
How many hours do you think you got in the
probably
boxing?
30, probably 1,000 hours, maybe more.
You are now tuning in to the Relentless Project. Real people, real stories, real life.
Well, brother, welcome to the Relentless Project. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.
How do you, I don't want to butcher your last name. What's the right way to say your last name?
Oleh. Oleh.
Oleh. So it's like like a scratchy. And then your last name?
Dovhun.
Dovhun. See, I knew it was special.
Dovhun.
I'm going to try to...
Yeah, but actually in Ukraine, we have this G and this G. So say Oleg Dovgun. But in English, they translate my name and say
so
like
it's
Oleg Dov. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man.
It's a little bit different because we spell it different even.
Oh, is it like different types of letters? Or do you guys use?
Yeah, I'll show you. This like that one, type letters.
Okay.
You see?
Okay. Yeah.
It's
so
like
what would be the G here?
GB that one. I just put it.
Oh, it looks like that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's different spelling because in English we have like 26 letters. In Ukraine we have 33. We have more letters and it's just a little bit.
So that's where you get more of the different pronunciations of
sounds.
Yeah,
because
sounds.
we speak not with letters. When I start to learn the language, we speak with sounds, like sounds all different.
So when you when you're learning to speak in school, you start with speech rather than learning letters and
letters like has sounds, but other letters has sounds different than English letters.
Yeah, that's cool. Like kind of like Spanish.
Because sh like we don't have that in Ukraine letters. We just don't. It's no speaking. We no use it like.
Yeah, that's interesting. I love learning.
W never use W yeah.
So there's no W in Ukraine.
Yeah, V just V like hard.
Yeah, it is a hard language. Every time, it's like every time we hear you guys speak, it's like, oh man, they're intense. It's like you say I love you. How do you say I love you?
Я люблю тебя.
Я люблю тебя. It sounds, it sounds
yeah,
like...
but this love, it sounds nice in Ukrainian, but everybody say it's like sounds like a little bit
intense.
We'll say like intense. Yeah.
Like I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, welcome to the show. This is Oleh Dovhun, the Ukrainian Pitbull, professional boxer, absolute workhorse. I mean, you're 16-0, right?
Yes.
5 knockouts.
5 knockouts.
And not only that, man, you work a blue collar job while you support your boxing career. That's kind of
yeah. I'm like boxing and open my own business construction.
He said, no big deal. It is what it is.
It is what it is, I like construction because all my generation was in construction. So my dad went construction, my brother.
What do you guys specialize in with construction?
My dad was carpenter, like, woodworker. And my brother, he's living in Italy 70 years, also successful, has business. He does remodeling houses.
So what do you find yourself doing more of in the construction world?
I'm right now like more same corporate and concrete.
Concrete's good.
Concrete is good, but we'll see. Maybe I also will do the remodeling. But the remodeling need more help, and I do it by myself right now. I don't have any help.
You do concrete by yourself?
Small project. If you need some help, I call it subcontractor. But usually, small project, not too big.
That's all. I did some construction. I did highway construction, road construction.
Right, yeah.
And we'd hire the subcontractors for concrete.
Yeah.
And those guys were different breed.
Yeah, because I cannot pull driveway. You have to be like 7 people coming.
Yeah. Yeah, it requires a lot of work. And it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's small one. Stone mason better a little bit because it's easy. You can land stone by yourself and.
Interesting.
Do it.
First time I heard about you, I was at the Priory,
Okay.
and I was watching my buddy Devin fight. Devin Siegfried.
Oh, yeah.
Good friend of
Yeah.
mine.
Beautiful.
He's good. He's a good
Hey,
dude.
I love it.
He's different, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like you. You're different. I heard stories about you sparring multiple times, and then dude, Mike told me so many stories about you. I'm like, dude, I gotta talk to this
Yeah, you
guy.
have to spar and have to spar. You know?
Yeah, well, there's sparring, and then there's what you do. But we're at the Priory, and all I hear is Oleh, Oleh, and I'm like, I didn't know what they were saying. And I was thinking they were starting the Oleh, Oleh, Oleh chant. So I'm like, I'm starting the chant, and all night this is all I hear, and I'm like, what is going on? And then when you come out to fight, I think you were the main event.
Yeah.
When you come out to fight, dude, the crowd just goes wild.
Santana,
And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, dude, they've been chanting this dude's
Yeah,
name the whole.
yeah.
And you just come out and dude, you're so fast, so just aggressive. And I was like, fuck, who is this dude? And then Devin starts telling me about you after. I was like, oh shit, okay. So I was like, and it's funny how it's full circle. Now this was like probably 3 years ago. Or 2.
2 years ago. There was
2
a
years ago.
March fight in that Priory, yeah.
And then here we are.
Yeah, we're here. It's I have first come into Pittsburgh, nobody know me. Now so when I fight main event, everybody know me. It's good. It's things.
Yeah,
I
that's
move
good.
forward. And special a lot of Pittsburgh support and all Ukrainians coming and I fight.
They travel heavy.
Even I fight New York, all come and a lot of people from Ukraine who move here generations even. Like some people even don't speak Ukrainian, but say I'm like my grandfather,
Oh, dude, it's an affiliation. It's like Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah,
you go to New York City.
Yeah.
A lot of Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans, I say still Ukrainian support, and Pittsburgh, yeah, a lot of guys from Pittsburgh support, and just we have a fan base, pretty good.
So I like to get into the background. I like listeners to kind of know the person we're talking to and stuff. 'Cause I feel like that gives people like a wow, man, I had no idea. You've been boxing for a long time. What got you into boxing? Like what was it that pushed you into this sport that's different than a lot of other sports?
Yeah, so just start back. This was 2004, when I was 10 years old. I was kids, and I was weight 52 pounds, basically. When I start to fight, I will fight 52 pounds. Maybe 55 pounds because it was kilograms. And my friend, who was also 10 years old, he's enjoying boxing club. And he was cool, had all this intention, like he was winning fights. And he was just only 10 years old, but he was like, come in the gym and say, I get jealous a little bit. This, this guy's bring attention to himself in school, and I joined also boxing club, and from there I'm just stay.
So you guys had boxing club in your schools?
Or like no right school, but in our city. But in our city, I was from very small towns, like 4 schools only, and all these 4 schools has one boxing club. And everybody enjoyed boxing club. And in our city, no was many options for sport. You have soccer and boxing. No, that's it. Your choice, soccer or boxing. And people play soccer, but who wants like a little bit more,
a little more intensity.
Intensity, get on boxing,
So did you ever dabble in soccer or?
Oh, I played for school soccer also.
Okay, so you were doing soccer and
yeah.
boxing club.
I'm good was in soccer, but.
How was it? Being raised in Ukraine and then having this boxing club, like how did that shape kind of like the man you are today?
Yeah, it was a little bit because we was started with training, and was like 30 kids in the gym, and all kids like from 10 years old to 12 years old, 30, and we fight each other. In 12 years, we fight each other in boxing, not like in a boxing. We start like sparring. Usually here kids, they don't fight much, they more get like protective. It's smart, but in Ukraine, they you fighting more, sparring. And we start to fight, not much, but we sparring. And first my fight, I remember I won, and I start to lost. It's never was my from 10 years old to 12 probably years old. I probably more losing fights than winning. It was just I was kids and you know, and I was 52 pounds and I was training more, never give up. And I have from 12 years old, I start to winning, and 14 years I was become first from my city Ukrainian national champion junior. Never was before. Yeah.
Oh.
So I have pushed it so hard. So for 4 years I become Ukrainian champion because we have small town. It's 20,000 people, and Ukrainian back was like 47 million population. So we become first national champion junior. Like
It's a big pool to
big
get
pool,
chosen
yeah.
from.
Yeah, this was like big for me.
So you put your city on the map, as the kids say.
The newspaper, school, pictures, everything.
And you were a kid. How'd that make you feel, being a kid, getting all this attention?
It's pretty good, but I never was like, oh, I'm superstar. I was because I was when I was 16 again national championships, and I just keep going from 14 years until 23 years. I was always in national team, Ukrainian national team. Like I was. Because when you're national team, you go to camps 7 times, it depends, 7, 5, maybe 8, it depends what year. But you go camps, so this probably have 4 or 5 guys per division, and they training each other.
So it's like an allocated.
Like they go different from different city all together. We have head coach. And just camp and training. And after training, we go some different country fight for experience. And again.
So you went from training in which would be intense, 30 person gym, but it's like people in your city to like now you're being exposed to different fighters in different cities.
Basically from 14 years old, I just come into my city just training for when I relax. But usually I was in a camp all the time because a national champion, training in your city. You training a little stay, but you go in a camp. You training in a camp, different city, maybe different country sometimes.
So you're just on the go the whole time.
All go the whole time. Yeah, this was my life. It was best time.
You had a lot of fun. What's like? What is one of the most memorable, like when you're talking about it, what do you think about of like, man, you say it was the best time. Like what's something that sticks out to you that you remember that?
First time I was become a national champion when 14 years old. Because I remember, from small town, I come to national championships, junior championships, and for my division was 32 people. I say, man, it's impossible. Like 32 guys from different, and I say, I don't know. At least I've been not lost first fight, and I won 5 in a row. This was like, I could believe this happened to me. When I get older a little bit, when I was 16, I understand this become more my job because I was training and
you started to lean into it.
Because I win because I did already, and I win and like scholarships. And it was older already, but when I was 14, it's different.
Isn't it cool that you started boxing because your friend was getting all this attention?
Yeah.
Now you're getting all this attention.
He told me, and you know what surprised this friend? We were friends from 6 years old and still friends. So he bring me 2 important like stuff in my life. First, he boxing, and second, he was how I met my wife. They was together in a college, and I come into him and met my wife when I was 18.
Wow, he brought you your life and your life.
Because I come into his college and we talk, and I see my and I talk to her, and so this my friend. He gave me 2 important.
Shout out to your friend, man. He brought you the 2 pillars of your life.
2 pillars, like boxing, like wow, because he's the best ever.
Dude, it's all full. So like he's like probably walking around like, yeah, I made all.
Yeah. He said that. Yeah. So he bring me like.
That's so funny. How was the coaching for you? Like, I know. Like for me, a coach is very important, right? Like, especially when not only do they invest in your like fight career and your training, but they invest in like your life and you as a person. How was your coach? Because I kind of looked you up, and you trained with a very prestigious coach
Yeah.
in Ukraine. How
Yeah.
was that
So
experience?
first, I was training like I was 15 in my city coach, and he because we have different in Ukraine. Usually they split different type of coach. So we have like coach who training kids. He tried to training become like Floyd Mayweather, but more important for coach who training like kids between like 8 years old and 15 is just bring kids in the gym.
Yeah, get up the experience.
Experience, don't become superstar, maybe 1 or 2%. But more important, get healthy, come in the gym, and we have this coach. And I was Stachnev, my first coach. He training me. First time I become national champion. This with him. And when you get older, you go move up. And I got next coach. My was coach. He was. Actually, two coaches, but one coach, he was one of the best amateur coach in the world. I was started to training with him. He was training silver Olympic medal and a lot of experience. And I was training with him for my like 15 to until 23 years old. He was giving me a lot of experience, but I was amateur coach because amateur boxing a little bit different still. You more get points. You sometimes. Three rounds, 3 minutes rounds. So you don't have to be. You have to be quick, fast, smart, and there's no more physical fight.
Yeah, it's more of a technical.
Technical because 3 rounds you can survive. And when you go pro, it's different because this point's not enough sometimes.
You have to be a dog now.
You have to be dog. You have to stay even if you want points, but. I fight 10 rounds fights. It's not important, and
you can get all the points and then get knocked down.
Yeah. So, and different coach, I get Mike McSoller. Beautiful work with him for 8 years, and we start to fight 4 rounds. First 4 rounds probably I fight like amateur a little bit, get points and move on. And I just look at maybe a month ago how I fight 4 rounds fight. It was good. But it's totally different than I fight right now. More stand, more power, more calm down. I know rush. I used to be rush more, just go for.
You were used to the quick fights.
Quick fight because amateur, you have to get quick. You have only 9 minutes to win fight,
Which sounds like not a long time, but like if you don't fight, I remember my first.
Oh, it's a long time if you don't fight.
For me, when I was doing amateurs, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm gassed.
But in pro, I love it. 10 rounds. Never fight 12 rounds fight. Hopefully, will be fight soon. But 10 rounds fights. Calm down. After first round, you okay. Third round, you don't want to just go forward because you have time. You win and fight, but rush it and you take your time and done.
It becomes more of a thinking man.
You just say, first round, and I don't need to take any damage. This is more important.
So there's a rumor you won 5 national titles, right?
5 national titles, yeah. 5 national champions.
What does that mean to you? Because that means different. That people attribute different values to that. What does that mean to you to say you're a 5-time national champion?
Oh, it mean a lot. It's 5 national. No many people 5-time national champions, and
not many people won national.
Nah, yeah, and it's mean a lot, but. Never was, some. I always was proud, but hopefully sooner we'll become world champion. This is more important.
That's the goal, huh?
Yeah, this is the goal.
Now you made a very difficult decision, right? Because you had met your then girlfriend, now wife.
Yeah.
You're, as they call it, the bee's knees in Ukraine, right? You got all the hype. You got the championships, you have the coaching, you have what every fighter.
I was on Olympian national team.
You got it all, right?
Yeah.
And then you make the decision, or how did the decision come to go from your everything over there to now moving to the U.S.?
So my friend Lubomir become together to America. He contact Mike and say, maybe we go U.S. try some just sparring and. I said, I don't know about that. Just go some. But we just came from. I've been in Venezuela in the Olympic trial. after I go, I was national team, and also you national team, you have scholarships. I was university, they pay you some money, and I'm 22 years old
In Ukraine.
in Ukraine.
So you have
and
school. Yeah.
and 20, it's no big money,
Still.
but for 22 years old, man, it's pretty good, I just say, yeah, maybe we try, and I go for. I just say just open, go, and for 1 month, 2 months, and we come here, and we come into sparring, and we talk to Mike and say, oh, maybe guys, and stay.
So it wasn't a move. It was, we're gonna go do some training.
Yeah, we go and train, and we come in here, and Ukraine something change also. And in Ukraine also was changed something stuff, and we say, yeah, we probably stay here.
So you made the decision to stay here.
Yeah.
How'd the old lady feel about that?
Yeah, she was a little bit, but work out. I say, yeah, we go all this process, and we'll open her visa, and she become also. Here.
Was she excited to come to the United States?
She never was excited. I always was, more. But she yes, now she love it. But she was scared because no speak English, and it was very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I can no speak English is a little bit hard. More this English. But when you start to speak English, you're like, it's good.
I think your English is fine. I'd love the accent.
It's a little bit accent, but
no. So my mom doesn't speak English. She's been here for 30 years.
No speak English.
No speak English. No. Only Spanish.
It's only Spanish.
And
or you speak Spanish fluent, probably.
Yeah. I'm Puerto Rican, fluent Spanish.
Fluent Spanish, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit different but she doesn't speak English. And I remember growing up, she'd be like, "Oh, can you call this person? Can you call this?" And I'd be like so frustrated, like, "Oh, why don't you call him? You've been here." Like, and then I realized, like, when I go travel somewhere else, like I'd go to Mexico with my friends, they don't speak Spanish, and I just notice how uncomfortable they are, right? Like there's something
you
different.
just don't understand nothing.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that until like I'll be in New York City and I'll be in like a heavy, Chinese district, right? And then people are talking, they're communicating, they're looking at you, and they're talking to their friend, and they're looking at you. And I remember thinking, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like they're trying to, like, are they gonna rob me? Are they saying how beautiful I look? Like you have no clue. I can't imagine you inundate yourself into a whole different country, whole different culture. And the US is cool because so many different cultures, right? But you don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
Right? Like is Pittsburgh a heavy Ukrainian culture?
No super heavy Ukrainian culture. It's no many, I think, in Ukrainian live in Pittsburgh, but enough for come and fight, but no many.
Yeah, and then so you're coming here, you're bringing your family. How was that transition from moving from Ukraine and now you're here? You're doing this.
My transition, America number one, always say, US number one. Mine was only one, like just hard start to speak English, just learn. This is probably took me at least a year, just figure out.
Only a year? They say English is one of the hardest languages.
Yeah, but here I understand, and I can make it some conversation and buy something and just move on. Year probably took it me, and maybe a little bit longer, maybe 1.5.
What did you use to learn English? Did you just inundate yourself around people?
Watch Jennifer Aniston. shows Friends. Friends. I said Jennifer Aniston. Yeah.
Bro.
Friends.
Do you know?
I watched Friends, and I subscribe, in the English word, and I watch, and this they say if you want learn different language, you don't have to watch movies some about history and this because super complicated words you never be use it. You have
a lot of jargon.
You have to use some simple like Friends, and I read it Google. They say Friends the best learn because this like I go, I bring, take, go. Simple stuff. We use it 80% in our conversation.
That's interesting. That's actually That's a good way to think about it.
We don't have to use this super hard like now.
Yeah, they're using very technical terms that you're
some-
not using every day.
Yeah.
So do you know how the episodes of Friends, what they're called? It's always the one with, and then
Yeah.
the monkey, or the one with
yeah.
the sofa. So I love Friends.
Correct,
I
yeah.
love Friends. So my episodes are the one with.
Well, okay.
And then so that's where that came from.
Yeah,
Dude, that's crazy. That's a small world. Big
Small world.
Friends guy, dude. I've watched it
I
from
love
start
it.
to finish like 10 times.
And I watched it a little bit. Who be watching and one lot of English. First part in a Friends, I watched it probably 15 times. I explain. So I watch it, and when you watch first time, you don't understand nothing.
Yeah,
and
you're
you
like-
put it words what you hear, but not understand. And you Google Translate, and you now understand this words, and you learn these words. And you watch again, and you know second time what these words I mean. And you listen, start to listen different words what they said, and you again put it in again. And I did watch 15 times, and 15 times they speak, and I understand everything. It took me probably months.
Yeah.
But when you from start shows 20 minutes like movies start and finish, you understand everything, you're pretty okay. And when you go in a street, they talk, you start to understand this is a little bit, you know what they mean. Like,
Dude, that's a cool way to.
yeah, this is my system. I make the system.
The OLEG system. If you want to learn English, watch Friends.
Yeah, this is my system. Because I try to, you know, my was girlfriend, but now wife, she told me some, oh, you have to read more. It does not get me. Like, I watch it and just was best for me way.
With
learning.
reading, it's tough because it's a bunch of words that you don't understand on the
Yeah,
page.
yeah, a bunch of words, and I never use that, forget all the time. And when they speak, you just listen and you just get this quick.
They say that's the best way. Like you see a lot of like college kids, they'll go travel abroad and study abroad, and they just submerge themselves in the culture and the language, and
Yeah.
then they come back and they're speaking very well whatever
Wow.
language, whether it's Italy, you know, Spain. Those are the two that come to my head where people go. And they come back and you're like, damn. Like I remember when I was in college, I went to the Penn State, but a friend of mine went to Spain for the summer, came back, and it's talking to me in Spanish. I'm like,
Spanish,
bro,
yeah.
how?
Culture, yeah.
You're in it.
You're in it.
You have
yeah.
no choice but to learn. Trial by fire. So like, is that your approach to boxing? You just got to do it. You go in
You
there.
have to do it. You know, sometimes like in a training also. So sometimes go in the morning, wake up 4 in the morning in training, but you just have to do it. Or go in a fight or fight different, but sparring or go hard training, or after hard training tomorrow be harder training. You don't want to do basically that. You want just easy, but you have to do.
Yeah, it's like it is what it is, right?
You want to win fights, you have to training. It's simple. It is super simple.
Yeah, I don't understand why people aren't understanding this. You just train hard all the time.
Not all the time. Sometimes you have to take a break because your body can get break, but you have to make it like schedule and training with schedule and just sticking on. If you say you come and run like 15 miles, run 14, you run 15.
That's something I've adopted like the last couple of years. If I put it in my schedule on my phone,
Yeah. You have to do it.
come
That's it.
hell
That's it.
high water, I gotta do it.
Have to do it.
Because if I don't put it in my phone, it's always like I have a list. I have my system for training and life. If it's in my calendar, it's non-negotiable.
That's it.
If it's in my reminders,
I
I can push it off, and I'll
yeah.
find myself. I was doing this thing called 40 for 40. You run 1 mile a day for 40 days while you're reading scripture in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
And I would put it in my reminders. I was like, make sure I do this every day. Well, then I found myself like, oh, I didn't have enough time today. I'll just push that to tomorrow. So I'll do 2 miles tomorrow, read 2 passages tomorrow. But I got to 5 miles, and I'm like, I got to put it in my calendar. I got to do it.
Yeah, because
And I
you
found
just-
myself pushing the reminders, and I was like, I have to move it to my calendar because I won't move this. And then when I'm running 5 miles, I'm miserable because I just came off a knee surgery. I've been rehabbing. Now I got to run 5 miles. I hated it. I'm like, I could be running 1 mile. 1 mile every day. But now because I pushed it off, I have to run 5 miles.
You have to do it.
And you have to do it.
Because you put calendar already.
Yeah. So like it's like a metaphor for life, right? We push off things, and then all the things we push off, either the consequences of pushing them off or having to do them all at the same time, becomes very stressful. How do you approach your training with your work and your personal life? How is that balance? How do you balance that?
So when I have like scheduling a fight, I take a lot of off from work. I know working, and when I'm working like training right now, I can work, go train, but I know put training like 100% because I'm not in a camp. But when I in a camp and I prepare for fight, I work in, I take it estimates, go maybe some easy job. But before fight, I could not work in like 3-4 weeks. I not working at all. Like I'm just push it all project and I'm just training, just get focused and go for fight. And again, I start to work. So because I work for myself, it's easy because I know how to have boss call me and say something, you know.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, because I just put projects a little bit forward and that's it. I used to be a little bit work more and training is a little bit hard. And when I'm in a camp sporting, you just want to relax and just focus and
yeah, you don't want distractions of now you're stressing about an estimate or a job that you
job
have to,
then and call you and then you just push it and that's it.
So you schedule around your training during camp season.
Yeah.
Okay. What challenges did you have? What other challenges other than obviously the language barrier was huge? What other challenges did you have your first time coming to the US and kind of like figuring things out?
None. I love it.
He said none. I just did it.
Just I love it. It's all good. I love it. Everything love it. And just language. Just first one challenge was basically
the language.
Language.
That's
yeah.
Huge. How was your first fight in the US? Like you're fighting over there. Is it different fighting in Ukraine and then coming to the US and then you're around a crowd of not people you
So I say I tell them about my debut. It was 2017. I don't remember date, but this fight should happen in a March. And this they say because I fight 122 pounds super bantamweight and say you have to fight a little bit because debut be higher a little bit higher weight like 126 like for debut and just we go down because they found opponent and I put schedule 126 and this guy who my was opponent show 15 pounds more in my weight
Don't
class.
you love that?
And I'm ready to fight. I don't care. But commissioner not approved fight because it's too much apart.
It's a big yeah.
Because
then
I say, it doesn't matter. I winning or I better. This too big gap, like 15 pounds. And they first I have to have professional debut. They make it exhibition. I never fight in a Pittsburgh, and they make me in South Carolina debut in a May. So I go South Carolina and fight some guys South Carolina. And I make my debut in South Carolina.
Your debut was in South Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah.
Did you end up doing the exhibition here?
I did exhibition, but this was exhibition because SERP commission say, yeah, I understand, but this no possible because this rules. I understand him because this was way too much. It even was 17, I think, pounds.
Well, it's also to protect you because like he's 15 over when he hydrates.
Yeah,
eats.
yeah, and he say, yeah, you beat him. You better. He say, I have so much. I have 347 amateur fights. I definitely will win him. And he say, yeah, but rules is rules. So
yeah, sometimes you like him, you don't like him.
You know, I agree because his rules, he doesn't want to break rules. But maybe this guy, accidentally something happened, and he doesn't want to take a chance. So.
Oh yeah. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? When people don't make weight, we see that a lot, especially in the professional world.
I hate it. If you 1 pound, I can get away. Okay, 1 pound, because last pound sometimes super hard. When you like, I remember myself like I 124, 123. In 23, I feel like it's 1 pound's goal. You just already 1 pound, but some people stay in professionals who like stay and show 4 pounds over. It's like. because you know why? Because they think it's a giveaway. They don't want to cut this weight. They want to get stronger. This is point weight division. You get your weight, and you're not strong enough, but they don't want to make it weight, and they feel stronger more.
It's almost like an advantage.
It is big advantage. Even one pound, I understand, but even more than 1 pound, it's big advantage. Because this guy, some people, when they make it weight, get sick a little bit, and they're sick and get recovery need time, and this guy never gets sick, and he get recovery, so you recover way better. He probably be, if you like say 130, I make 130, he make 135. I recover to 140, he recovered to 145, and he never gets sick. So it's big advantage. Like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. I love Ryan Garcia, but he took advantage a little bit.
But didn't he?
He took.
Yeah.
But Haney accepted $1 million for how much this was.
Is that the same fight where he drank during the weigh-ins?
Beer, yeah. I think all this fake was, but
yeah, I mean, there's some showmanship.
But he took advantage. So this weight is very, very important,
Have you ever? Boxing is it's a different sport. MMA is my thing.
Yeah.
And then when I spar or try to box, I'm always tired. Things just hurt that don't normally hurt. I don't know what it is about boxing. It's just for me. It's harder to do. Like a boxer going into MMA is tough because of the grappling.
Wrestling.
Someone training in MMA going into boxing, it's a whole different world. Like the striking, the nuances, the footwork. It's almost like a dance.
Because you have to be especially in my division, you have to be fast. You have power. You have work. Your body has to be work all. You have work difference, offense. And you have to be work everything, and this everything you have to do, footwork, punch, defend yourself for one same time. Has to be same time. It's not break. You have to move and all do these moves at same time. It's not breaks.
Yeah, and then when you try to take a break and clinch,
yeah,
the ref's
clinch.
No.
No.
That's why MMA, I love it because I get tired. I'm a big guy. I get tired. So I just hold you
grab
down.
it.
Yeah.
And this some ref, 3 seconds, they don't like that. Just break you down. They want you fight. They won't clinch.
So for a lot of people who don't understand boxing, the clinch can also be used to weigh your opponent down. Is that a strategy that you use or you felt used towards
I
you?
use a lot of clinch also sometimes. It's nice you punch. And you see, also, guys, I like a little bit long distance, but some people like short distance. And I punch, and I feel it. He a little bit too close to me and ropes. I just grab him to me, and referee break, and we're already in a center.
And then you're back to distance.
And I again back distance. You take it also advantage for that. Just grab him, and it's a lot of we take it. Volodymyr Klitschko, who was 8 years world champion in a row. It's a long time, and he always if he see a little bit you closer to him, he grab you, hold so hard, the referee has to go. It's strategy. And he was world champion for 8 years.
Yeah, it's because if your specialization is that long distance, that's very uncomfortable.
And people say he's boring, and that he was a little bit boring. I agree, but before he was world champion, he wasn't boring. He tried to bully fight, and he was knocked down a couple times. So he'd say, "Oh, I better be like that and win and fight."
And we forget that boxing is fighting. I get it. There's a lot of people watching. It's entertainment. You're there to win, and if your strategy is
you have to win,
if your strategy is to win,
100% people be like you. Some people hate you, but some people like you. You win in fights. Basically, you have to be doing everything you win fight. You have to be exciting fighter, but more important, you have to win.
Yeah, if you're not winning, the people aren't watching you.
They're watching you. Yeah.
What challenges have you faced in boxing? Were there some moments where you ever been, because it's a tough sport. So were you ever man,
never been knocked down. No, never been knocked down. I've been a little bit a couple times big in Ukraine. I remember in the Kazakhstan. I win actually this fight, but guy catch me left hook, and I feel it. I feel it, but I never was knocked down. But I feel like just go a little bit.
Yeah, the room starts moving
Moving.
slowly.
I actually won this fight, but I feel it very. And one time in a professional, I also feel it. In New York, one punch, but I feel it like it's hard punch, but never was knocked down in my life. And just you feel it. It's first maybe 30 seconds you have to get a little bit, and you okay.
You gotta get your
Grab.
grip back.
You have to grab him, hold it, break a little bit there, and you 30 seconds.
The first time you felt that, you had that feeling, what was going through your head? Like you haven't
Never was
experienced that?
panic. Never was panic because I cut, and if he see me, I just backs, grab him, take your time, and that's it. I'm back. I was never panic because you take punch, you take punch. I'm not this guy who take it punch and say, "Oh, I give you back." No. We take it time a little bit and give you back a little bit later.
You're poised under the pressure.
Yeah.
I guess it's very important because you see a lot, especially in the amateur fights, when you get that hit, people start to panic. And
Oh no! You have to take time. Take your time because you close be knocked down.
It's like
or close for
it's like in the
knockdown.
game. You're playing the game, and when you're in that you ever played like a boxing game?
Yeah.
When you're in that knockdown mode, the joystick's not
Yeah, you have to
responding.
take
it's slow.
time, and you don't need nothing. Approve it. No, nobody.
What pushes you and drives you to keep boxing, and not only that, but like the level you're doing it at? Like what's your most motivating, your biggest motivation to continue doing this?
So I was close for a world title when I was number 2 world ranking, and right now it's more motivated me get a couple fights, get world title shot, bring title to Pittsburgh, or bring title fight for in the Pittsburgh, like big show. This more motivated get title shot, world title championships, and because you're training so hard, so long, and you're on the top so long, also have to get this done.
You're ranked top 15, right?
It was top 15, but I was WBA highest where I was ranking was number 2. I was number 2 ranking, and now WBO, but title shots. And this coming because right now we have all this WBA, WBC, or 4 belts organization. And right now it's one guy hold it anyway, Japanese guy. So it's hard to get title fight for him because he hold all 4 titles.
He's got them all.
He got all.
He's like
He's pound for pound king.
you ever watch Marvel? What's the guy with the gauntlet stones? I forget his name, but he's got all the Infinity Stones.
Okay.
And once they're all together, it's like impossible to take.
Yeah, it seems like impossible to fight him because he has all titles, and you fight him, people who fight him make millions of dollars, but very hard to get fight with him because it's so
Prestigious.
so prestigious. A lot of people, and he one guy, but they say he will move up and featherweight maybe, and all these 4 titles will be vacant. And we'll see. This be easy fight for world title championships.
It'll be up for grabs after that.
Yeah, it will be a little bit easy, but right now it's a little bit hard fight him.
Discuss your training for someone. You're undefeated, 5 knockouts. You're fast. You're quick. What does a training camp look like for you?
For me, like best training camp is 8 weeks. First, physical, you just get stronger, physical run, lifting a little bit weights, not much lifting weight, but lifting weights and just get strong. And before a fight, 5 weeks, I start with sparring. At least get maybe 150 rounds sparring, maybe a little bit more. It depends how you feel it, and sparring and backs, mitts, and just differently. You go from physical, get stronger, like 2 months before fight, and closer to the fight, you just work for your be fast, more fast, mitts, and less sparring from 2 months to your fight. You just go less, and go fight.
I just want to take a second to shout out a few companies who've believed in me. These were one of our first official sponsors, so huge shout out. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Carbo Jewelers, established in 1997 on the values of honesty and integrity. Whether you're searching for the perfect piece, need expert repair services, visit Carbo Jewelers in Newark's Ironbound District, where your jewelry is always in safe hands. This episode is also brought to you by Continental Jewelers, proudly serving Hudson County, New Jersey since 1964. Whether you're seeking a timeless piece or need expert repairs, they've got you covered. Visit Continental Jewelers, your trusted source for all things jewelry. You can find them on Instagram at Carbo Jewelers or online at carbojewelers.com. Lastly, big shout out to Carbo Trading. Besides coins, precious metals, and jewelry, if it could be traded and collected, he's probably got it. They can be found on Instagram at carbo.trading. You can find all of our sponsors out online on our sponsor page at therelentlessproject.com. So you wind down the sparring to be more fresh.
Fresh, and just go.
Interesting. Talk about some of your, what are some of your the most significant fights you can remember? Like, what are some fights that stick out to you, you talk about with your friends or your coaches, or things you think about like, man, I really did that? Like, do you have any of those fights in your mind where
I have I have a couple fights, or but I'm like differently. I won. I won. That's it. You know what I mean? Even it was hard. I was beat a lot in the amateur career. I was beat Asian champions, European champions. Harchiko was like silver world champion in the amateur. It's big names was in the amateur. I fight Robesi Ramirez, Olympic champions in the amateur. I fight a lot of guys. And the professional, I beat this guy. It was hard fight, but I wasn't like it was pretty okay. I just beat them.
So one of the things we talk about here is you can't like when people lose, it's tough. It's hard.
Hard, yeah.
And there's a lot of lessons that come if you approach it correctly from losses.
Yeah.
You haven't experienced that.
Yeah, well, a long time ago. This is like
when you were a kid.
It was like 21.
So how do you continue to improve your game and stay on top when you don't have those valleys?
I don't want to feel it losing. I'm just training so hard. I just give everything what I have because I was amateur. I was qualified to Olympian. I'm lost for just one fight for Olympian. Go to Rio de Janeiro, and I knew how hard you feel and sleep when you lose. And I training so hard when I won't feel it anymore.
So that loss, you learned a lot from that loss.
Yeah, I'm just training so hard when I won't lose. That's it. Simple.
What are some of the things you took from that quote unquote loss that you still use today to keep you training hard?
Feelings. I don't hate these feelings. You can sleep. You just because you're training so hard and you lose, and you just like and keep motivated. Hard to get back motivated again when you're training like year to and you lose like some people go in Olympian and they never bring medal. It's super hard for them, because Olympian like 30 people per division, but only 3 medals. So it's hard to bring medal, to home and like some training like for 10 years, bring this medal, bring Olympian medal, you get a little bit like, get motivated. But when
it's hard to bounce back.
Yeah, bounce back. But when I turn professional fights and I not lost fights in the professional, I keep me motivated, but I don't want feeling this again.
That's very real.
Feel, and I did everything what I can in amateur, everything. I give everything, but this just it is what it is.
That's the way the cards fell.
Well, yeah.
And you don't want to feel that again. So that's why where did the Ukrainian Pitbull come from? I mean, I can get an idea of why that moniker came, but when did that name first get introduced to you and why?
Because this was first, actually my coach gave me this, because I'm like Pitbull, I'm just jumping. Now I'm less jumping right now actually. But used to be I just go forward and just try to destroy. For first minute to last minute, I just be on the opponent and just give punch, a lot of punch. Now I take more time. I just a little bit. Still, I have punched, but not too aggressive because you have to be a little bit more. You have more rounds,
You have to be more technical. You have to be
technical.
smarter with it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna see the Pitbull again.
Oh, you see Pitbull. If I feel that I get you, I get. If I feel of opponent, I can punch a lot and pressure, I go again. But I take more time right now.
How do you feel your career has flourished while being here in the U.S.? Like how has it kind of leveled you up, making that move, and now you're here, you're grinding, you're working, you're training. Like, how do you feel your career's flourished?
Pretty good, actually. I feel okay. I feel okay. I did a lot for Pittsburgh boxing also, and bring some NBA, WBA title fights, no war title championships, but hopefully soon. And I feel pretty good. I feel in the best right now stage in my career ever right now, and I feel close to dream maybe come true, and because I have experience. It's best age for a world championship. This is best age because we are no young and no old. I'm just right in the middle.
Just right.
Right, just right. And this just right time fight, big fights.
Man, maybe someone listening here is like, let's get this guy a big fight.
Yeah, just big fight.
What have you learned about yourself from boxing? Like, what are some things that boxing has taught you that you apply to your personal
everything
life?
Possible. Or everything we have in our mind. This may be not mine. If you feel it, everything's possible. Because I'm from small town, who gym doesn't have back in a boxing gym. We understand when we training gym, we don't have bags, boxing bag in the gym.
So what were you using?
Like mates and some old bags. It was no nice like facility, I say, and kids who run just run. Believe maybe just runs in the streets because I believe what I can, come and become world champion, come to America. It's just everything possible.
That's such an amazing story, man. Like it's the American dream. From rags to riches. Like there's movies about it. There's songs about it. There's poems about it. Like where people come from, quote unquote, nothing, right? And then now they're where and it's cool like that. The underdog story. It's the underdog story. Like everyone loves the underdog. But you're not the underdog anymore, my guy.
I know underdog, and I come a little bit. Yeah, I come national champion to America. I come.
Yeah, you came top dog.
I come already national champion. But before I say, keep like stories. Even I was run when I was kids. I never won even possible be national champion. But I become national team But when I come to America, I was already have 350 fights amateur, so it was.
That's a lot of experience.
I was a lot. I fight Olympic champions, everybody, in top amateur I fight.
And that plays.
And maybe I don't know. Sorry, 50 countries I visit, different countries. China, been Kazakhstan, Venezuela, all these countries. It's good boxing up here, amateur. Yeah, but every country I've been.
How's that? I mean, that's got to be a cool little perk to boxing. You get to travel the world.
Oh, yeah. National team, you're national champion. That's it. You go represent your country in national level.
What advice do you have for young athletes, young boxers who are pursuing, or just anyone pursuing like a challenging career path? Because this is not your typical career path. It's challenging, and especially in the lower level, you don't get much return. So what advice do you have for people who are like, this is what I want to do? He did this. Like, how do I do it?
If you love it, you just stick in and working hard. And if you love it, just working hard. Never get lazy. Say, maybe I don't do it today. Just have plan. Won't become like Golden Gloves, Pennsylvania, or national champion, and just stick in your plan. And not be easy. It's not be easy because maybe first time nobody win. No, you know what I mean? No many people win. No, not be easy, but just stick in your plan and work hard. That's it.
So remain relentless.
Yeah, you have to work hard. Maybe not happen like you want. It's not be easy. Nothing easy. Isn't easy life? Nothing easy.
Nothing worth it. Anyway.
Yeah. It's not be like easy. Oh, you go. Just be sometimes maybe losing, sometimes there. But if you stick in a plan, sooner or later it's coming.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to tell, especially the younger people. It's like, if you want it,
You have to.
you have to do what's required.
Yeah.
And there's this, just show up, but it requires more than that. If you want to be the best in what you're doing, you have to do more than what people are doing.
Yeah.
You know, like in the gym, if you're just going and you're lifting weights and then you put them back and you go home, you're not tired, you're not sweating, you didn't do enough.
You know Lomachenko, Vasily Lomachenko. You heard?
I've heard.
Yeah. His father, he's a two-time Olympic champion from Ukraine. He was world champion. So his father say, also his father was 2016 best coach in professional boxing. He was father. So his father say, if you lift, like if you pull ups like 10 times, you should remember, same guy like you in a world pull out 11 times. You have to do it best you can. You have to do everything you can. But if you do it, if somebody do it, everything came good in loss, it's happened. It's happened. It's just working more in this life, But not be shame above yourself. Say, I did everything. What I can do, Yeah.
Well, and that's the important thing to remember. Like, and we forget that in anything we're doing. It's like I'm tired. I'm going to skip training today. I'll hit it tomorrow. And then your fight comes and you lose and you're upset.
Upset because maybe I was training there.
But that's why you're upset, because you're like, man, I do everything?
Yeah, I go tired last round, maybe. Yeah, because show up a couple times in our gym while you get tired.
And I always say you can't get mad at the results you didn't get if you didn't do the work that's required.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be the best fighter, you should be at the gym. You should be training. You should be sparring. You should be grappling. You should whatever your field is. If you're cutting corners and then you lose your fight, I get it. It's upsetting. But, like, do you get to be upset if you cheated yourself to get there?
I think in boxing, it's more fair sport ever. Like, no, wrestling, same things. Because you can cheat. This is not like team sport. You say, I get lazy today, and then maybe somebody play with me, and I get back. This, like, you go one-on-one. You referee, and pretty much you just burn your own. You don't cheat. Like you say, maybe I say, this is not like nothing. You training or you don't training. You prepare, ready or you don't. That's it.
It's like in the NFL.
Yeah,
football.
NFL. Yeah.
You get the play's not coming to you, so you take this rep off. You half-ass your route because they're throwing the ball, they're running the ball over there.
Yeah.
You get to kind of
look,
cheat and
yeah.
But like you're right in fighting, especially
one-on-one, you're done.
Yeah, like if you slack, they're taking advantage of it.
They're taking advantage.
If they slack,
you take advantage.
You're taking
this
advantage.
is your win. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you said you started your own company.
Yeah.
What was the motivating factor for that? Because boxing is your career, your main thing. You can easily just find a job and do a job and then focus on boxing. Like, what was the deciding factor of like, I want to start something that's mine?
I just want to start something and still do it boxing because boxing main things. But I don't want to work somebody and somebody say you have to come and schedule all that one. Now I work myself and I do it. I schedule my job about boxing. You know what I mean? Because when you work somebody, you have to show up. You have to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I say tomorrow I go in Ohio sparring, so we make it Monday.
and that's the beauty of like owning your own stuff. It's like
sometimes you have more little phone calls, but also it is very nice because I go tomorrow sparring, so you reschedule.
Do something about it. No,
yeah,
okay.
it does nobody. Yeah, but when you're working, it's different because you have to show up and you have to be time and
you're building someone else's dream. You can't slack. And like I always feel guilty, and that's like why it's hard for me to just do a normal 9 to 5. It's like because I'm very loyal. Yeah. So like I feel if I'm like, hey, I'm not showing up today, I feel like I'm robbing them of their thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, because some people very nice boss. I know some of his bosses are like bad or some, but super nice. But it just just sometimes I just can't show up because
Yeah.
I want boxing main things, and he wants to. I'm show up. Just no workout.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you both have different goals.
Goals,
You know,
yeah.
so yeah, that's cool. You started your own thing. Do you have a name for it? What-
Yeah, fix it right.
Fix it right.
Yeah,
You got a logo?
I have logo, but yeah, I don't know if I have enough fun.
I'll make. Did you make the logo? Who made the logo?
Actually, this my sister make it. My cousin, first cousin, make it logo.
She does graphic designing. And
She,
stuff.
yeah, she work actually in the IT company in San Francisco, and she did me for that.
That's
yeah.
dope. That's cool. I love seeing that. Like when a family comes together and like
Yeah.
builds each other's stuff.
Yeah,
And,
it's just cute.
so
man.
fix it right. Pittsburgh based.
Pittsburgh based.
Look at that. Love it. What are your future goals? Like what are your future goals in boxing?
Like this logo.
Fix it right, handyman.
LC,
Hey,
yeah.
I do real estate, right?
Oh, you do right?
Yeah. So if I ever need a handyman,
That's it. We do it a lot of stuff, and just yeah.
Look at that. Network makes the net worth. They say.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
What do you mean?
When you surround yourself by good people,
People
doing
and
good
just,
things,
yeah.
the money just comes.
Come through, yeah.
Yeah, the money just comes, man. Like, and that's the thing. If you focus on money, you're never gonna get it.
Get it,
It's
yeah.
tough, or it's tough to get it. But if you focus on being intentional with people, not fucking people over, fostering good relationships, and doing what you love, money's
yeah.
coming.
I love construction. I boxing, but I'm enjoying. I just rebuild a little bit. That one porch. Oh, I like it. This couple. It's because you build something.
Yeah, you're creating
something, and
That's something I've always envied. Like, I can get around, right? But like,
yeah.
I don't know the ins and outs that if something goes wrong, I wouldn't know what to do. And I'd have
Yeah.
to pull up YouTube and then take 10 hours or 10 days to do something that takes someone like you who does it a couple hours.
Couple hours, yeah.
And like when people are like, oh man, this went out, I got to fix it. Or like, especially with cars and mechanics, they're like, oh, my brakes, so I'm going to just change my brakes.
Oh, mechanic stuff. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, damn, like that's so cool to just be able to like, oh, I'm just going to change my brakes. All right, pal. I'm like,
Yeah, but for somebody take like 2 hours, but maybe someone 2 days
Yeah,
because
for-
you
dude,
take
for-
all this kind of blue.
yeah, you're trying to figure out as you're doing
Yeah,
it, dude. And it's
yeah.
like it's always cool. Like people are good with their hands, like woodworking. Do you see these guys like
woodwork? Yeah, I love it.
creating benches and tables? Like I like Instagram. I'm going on shorts or reels. They're called reels. And then some dude's like, oh, look at this table I built, and it's like this elegant, beautiful table. I'm like, you just woke up one day, said I'm going to build a table, and then build it.
Table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like crazy to me. It's such a crazy concept. But I work with graphics, and then people say the same thing. Like, how did you? I'm like, I don't know. I just
Yeah,
just put it together.
Because you have talent.
yeah. Well, I try. I've learned.
Learn, but you wanted you put a lot of hours. It's all about hours. If you want to be something good, you have to put a lot of hours on that. Become some good. It's like in the boxing. They say in the boxing also, if you have be good fighter, you have to put at least 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. It's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
You be good. Like have fight and 10,000 hours. I counted. Put way more than 10,000.
How many hours you think you got in the
Probably
boxing?
30, probably 1,000 hours, maybe more. You can, but so many. Yeah, I'm training twice a day, so and it's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of mileage, man.
Mileage,
Yeah, he's
it's
there.
a lot
He's
of
doing it.
hours.
What's your future goals for boxing and for life? Like, where do you see yourself doing? Or a world title, obviously, for boxing.
For boxing,
he's made that very clear.
I'm quick.
He wants
World
a
title
damn world
shot,
title.
yeah.
But like, where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be in boxing and in your personal life? Like, how does that look?
So in a boxing, we have also boxing life until I don't know how I'll be fight long because maybe 37. Sooner or later it's the end. And if the future also be like because my coach Mike McSorley will open gym.
I saw it. I got the tour.
And gym and Lonsford is for public. This be all for public, and I see that one. So I'll be help in the gym and be help boxing community. Maybe be me training a little bit. Just be like my hobby. help boxing. And Pittsburgh boxing, maybe training some, we'll see. In the professional fight right now, world titleships. stop 100%, and
You said plural ships. He wants multiple.
who
You said championships.
ships.
He wants them all.
Yeah, if you get one, should we get? When you get one, it's easy get second because you already world champion, and it's easy get billion. When you get one.
He wants them. I love it, dude. That's the attitude you gotta have in life. Get it all.
Yeah,
Go for it
You need
all.
one, and you get,
What's they saying? If you reach for the stars and miss, you're still in the sky.
yeah.
Like if you have big goals, you're gonna reach a lot of cool stuff on the
Cool
way to
stuff.
get it.
Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself leaning into the coaching world? Because you see a lot of fighters like also coach and
Yeah.
then they migrate into the coaching world. Do you see yourself doing that? I know you said hobby and helping with the gym, but like embracing more of a coach role?
Like more talent fighters and coaching. Maybe. I think it maybe, but definitely not when I fight. This should be like
Your main focus.
main focus. There's not now I can just help gym, and but when be focused for some fighters who want to be like competitive for international, if you're amateur or professional tough fights, you have to be focused for training. So
Yeah, I see, especially in the MMA world, you see a lot of people fighting, but then they also coach and teach,
Yeah.
and like
it's a little bit hard to.
it's tough.
You can teach somebody, but you never, maybe not never, but super hard teach somebody who can compete for high level. You have to put it him,
You have to put your time into this
time
person.
on and everything.
Hours.
Hours.
You have to put hours.
Yeah.
As we wind down, as someone's listening to this podcast, your episode, what's a message you want them to take from our conversation? What's something you want people to take home after the episode's done and they're home, they're in their life, they're doing their thing? What's a message you want to resonate with them?
I would just give a message with believe self, like believe
Self-belief.
self-belief, and everything's possible, and just be kind to each other.
That's the biggest one, man.
Yeah, it's
Like,
kind to each other. Now we have to be kind to each other, and because we have a lot of stuff right now in the world, so be just kind to each other.
yeah, love your neighbor.
Love
Yeah.
neighbor, love everybody.
I try. I embrace that too. Like
Just
there's
have
so
to-
much going on in the world.
World right now is so hard and tough, but just be love each other, and yeah.
Yeah, that's all. And it's always the fighters who are pit bulls who are like, hey man, just be nice, just be kind. It's like you go in there and beat people up.
I'm pitbull, but that's so. I
a
never.
job.
Yeah, but I'm pretty aggressive in fight, and I know feel. When I fight, I don't feel bad. So I just get focused, but. In a life, I'm pretty nice guy because I'm taking like sport. You have to win fight, put everything win fight. But in the life, just
Isn't that
be-
such a crazy concept though?
Yeah.
Like you hit this switch and you're like, wow, I gotta destroy this guy.
Yeah.
And then
I have to win.
as soon as it's done, hey brother.
Yeah, I know, hate no, but I have to just win fight. Doesn't matter. I have to win fight.
Dude, that's why I love talking to fighters, man. Like your guys' mindset, if people could apply the mindset to their corporate jobs or what they're doing, whether it's nannying, a lawyer, whatever it is, if you can
Yeah.
apply the fighter's mindset, relentlessness, grit, character, because it takes a lot of character to
Yeah.
do this. Because like if you cheat fighting,
Yeah.
it shows when you're fighting. Because like you said, it's one-on-one.
One-on-one.
You can't cheat that.
You can't cheat that.
It shows. But if you can apply the mindset the right way into your daily life, there's nothing that can stop you. There really isn't.
Isn't no, because you have focus for everything. For business, you just say you have to do it. Don't like it, but you have focus, plan, and take it any
Execute.
business.
Yeah.
You just because focus, and say, oh, maybe not. If you get something, if you get something high level in anything, like in a boxing, whatever, you take it different from ground. You can do different level. Like if you do it in the boxing, if you take some business, plumbing, electrician, whatever, but if you grounded and working hard in that, you still be get to high level because
Yeah.
you knew how already get high level.
That's true. Yeah. You
are-
apply the process.
You are now process. This different style, but you knew already how to get this. Like if you somebody making $1 million, and take from him this $1 million, he make another $1 million because he know how to make this $1 million already.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Like, and you see that once you make your first million, that second million comes, and then
because you know how to build already.
So develop a process, develop a plan, execute your plan relentlessly. That's the
exactly
goal to life.
You see it? Your English way better.
I've had a lot of years. Because Spanish was my first language.
It was first language,
in school. Yeah. So like, and I remember going to like grade school. You know what an open house is?
Yeah.
For school, when you go and your parents go and the teachers talk to the parents, the kids can't really be there because they're telling all the dirty stuff for the student.
Yeah.
Well, my mom didn't speak English, so I had to translate. So the teacher'd be like, "Oh man, Ish has been really acting up in class, and you know, he's good with schoolwork, but he needs to focus."
And you translate.
And I'd go like, "She says I'm very good in class. I'm very." Can't do that anymore because now my mom picks up on it. But it was so funny how
it was a good kid.
Yeah, it was a good kid. She says I'm the best. I'm the best. I don't know. And my mom would look at her like,
"It looked like non-different
and the
sounds."
teacher would be like, "Did you tell her?" "Oh yeah." And then my mom would be like, "Oh, tell her thank you." And I'd be like, "Oh, she said she's gonna work on it. She said she's gonna punish me when I go." So the teacher would be like, "Oh, okay, all right." Like, so I kind of got away with it for a long time. Where can people follow you online? They want to follow your boxing journey, or maybe they need some work done. Where can people follow you and connect with you?
Yeah, in online, in Facebook, Oleh Dovhun, like this. You have verification, and you will find my online in Instagram, Ukrainian Pitbull. Also, we have verification and
savage. Dude.
Say it easy.
Ukrainian Pitbull.
Yeah.
Oh man, I
should make a TikTok. I have TikTok, but not follow much. I should put more time to.
That's
TikTok.
That's where everything's leaning to, man.
Right
the
now.
Short videos, quick videos.
I should more. I think and get more progressive TikTok. I have TikTok, but I don't put much time.
It's more for self.
I just look at
yeah.
But you know, TikTok get more and more and more and more. Yeah,
I learned a lot off TikTok.
TikTok is short video, but I know. Yeah, put more time for everything for Instagram and Facebook, basically.
You need a team. Yeah. Tell Mike to get on the social media stuff.
TikTok.
Yeah, I do. So he showed me. You talk about the gym he's opening. He like messaged me. He's like, "Hey, like I guess they're doing like a. Did they do the final sparring yet at the old gym?"
I never did. I think maybe next week or
I got an invitation, so maybe
because today actually his fighter fight Johnny Spell today. He'll fight in, and also Michael fight. I just make for Johnny.
This doesn't release for a week, so
still hopefully he will win.
Well, I got to tour the gym, man, and right there in the strip, and it's gonna be.
It's big facility.
It's gonna be sweet.
It's big facility.
I love garage doors.
Yeah.
Like the whole garage door vibe.
Yeah. You never been in an old gym, no?
I have not been. So I train at Stout.
Oh, okay.
They're very, very up to date with like they have all the bags, all the mitts, all that. So I've never trained in like I've like cross trained in these gyms, and there's always like a vibe, that like grit and like, you know, because when you're in the big facility with the lights and the coaches, it's like it's easy to be like, oh, look where I'm at. You know, you kind of forget what you're doing. But when you're in the warehouse and there's just concrete and you just hear the mitts echoing from everything, you're like, damn, dude, I'm like,
you go into this gym when you're spotting,
you can't fuck around. You know what I mean? Like, so I like that he has both in that new gym. Like it's concrete, it's like really rugged, but he's got the ring, he's got the bags. He's
have all facility ready for everybody.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
I'm excited for that to open. I am. I got invited to the final sparring, so I get to get beat up. Hopefully, I'll just do video.
Maybe just sparring a couple rounds.
He's like,
you do MMA, you can.
I don't box. That's a whole different.
2
world,
rounds,
bro.
you'd be okay. What do you
two
weigh?
rounds,
200 pounds?
225 right now.
Oh, you heavyweight.
Yeah, and I'm 5'7".
5'7".
So I'm very short and very compact.
Compact. Yeah, you're wrestling more, guy.
Yeah, that's my thing. I love grappling, jiu-jitsu. Like,
because 5'7", 220 in boxing is too short.
Dude, I would get a 6'4" guy who's just gonna distance.
Yeah, like Usyk, you know.
Yeah, no,
like
I don't
Tyson
want that.
Fury or something.
Yeah, I don't want that. No, I don't want to deal with that.
This guy's 6'5".
Oh man, bro, I appreciate you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
No, of
Thank
course,
you.
man. And I encourage you to follow Oleg online.
And a business also, you want some concrete
Does your
job?
business have a page?
Yeah. So Instagram don't have it, so just text me.
Yeah. Message Oleg's fight page, and then
Yeah,
he'll get you with your.
yeah.
You'll get you get relentless service
Yeah.
from Oleg there. Well, bro, I encourage you to follow the Relentless Project online. We're kind of doing all the YouTube stuff now, but YouTube, Instagram, X, Relentless PRJCT, Relentless Project. Bro, thank you for coming out.
Thank
man.
you. Thank you
This
for
is
having me.
this is the one with Oleg
Dovhun.
Future
From Pittsburgh, world champion.
Pittsburgh world title holder right here.
Maybe unified. We'll see.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
later.
having me. Thank you.